I don't know if you saw him dressed before the game, but he came dressed to play football. He came dressed.
Oh, he was the one that came. Which one came like Frank Lucas?
That was Jaylon.
Okay, that was him. Okay, he came like Frank Lucas.
Hey, he looked like one of them Detroit players now.
You remember when Frank Lucas went to the Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier fight in Madison Square Garden?
Exact same coat and hat.
And he got his ass busted because they're like, hold on.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah.
With that outfit sitting that close to the ring.
And that's exactly how he got caught up, because they had no clue who he was until you decide to step out and be flamboyant.
Mm-hmm. Because think about what that cost. That's probably $100. That was probably like 75,000 back in the 70s.
Easy. So imagine.
Do you know how much? That's probably about $300,000-$400,000.
But that would chinchilla now.
Yes.
You know how much chinchilla is today in today's market?
I'd have been chilly because I definitely wouldn't have had that coat on. I'd just been chilly.
Oh, no, don't forget the hat now. The hat was.
Yeah.
Hey, remember back in the day when I'm talking about my grandma, when my grandma used to go to church?
Oh yeah. My grandma.
Them hats?
Yeah, them deaconesses.
Boy, ain't nobody want to see my grandma hat game, boy. Nobody want to see my grandma hat game, boy. She had all type of white, black, red. She had a dress and a hat for every dress and heel and a clutch. Play with it if you want to.
We put my grandma in the ground with a hat on.
For real?
Yeah, she told my sister she wanted to be in her hat.
Right. That's live.
She had a hat, her sunglasses.
Yeah.
Everything. Yes, sir.
Yeah. See,
you never go see. I don't remember. And like I said, I've never seen my grandmother go to church without a hat.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
And if she forgot it, you gonna turn around and go get it. Yeah, very important to go have that hat on. Them old ladies, that was a thing. The old ladies wore hats back then.
Man.
But they were, deaconesses or the sisters of the church.
Hey, you know who had the best hat collection? The pastor wife.
Yes,
whoever the
absolutely.
Pastor wife. She came stepping every Sunday.
Deaconess. My grandmother was mother of the church, so they had to get up there. They had to get up there, and they had to step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But so I saw it on my feed, Ocho, on my IG feed.
You didn't realize who it was.
I ain't playing no attention. I just scrolled through, and I was like, damn, dude got on that Frank Lucas get up. Because it looked exactly, if I didn't know better, he went there and said, let me get the Frank Lucas.
Right.
Showed him a picture. Can you get me a coat and a hat look just like this?
And that's exactly what it like. It's so funny. When the Bears social media account tweeted it, I retweeted it back with a picture of Frank Lucas in the original picture.
Yes.
Standing with everybody, with his wife and everything, with a comparison to. I'm like, well, ain't that about a bit?
Yes, that's the exact ensemble.
Yeah.
And that thing long, too.
Yeah, that thing was clean.
Oh, that thing long. Ocho, Michael Vick seems to be the next former NFL player, ready to make the jump into coaching. He's in discussion with both Norfolk State and Sacramento State to take over their head football coach. The biggest potential issue with Vick is that he has no head coaching experience or coaching experience at all at any level. No college, no pro, no high school coaching. Of the two jobs, Norfolk would give Vick the most time to find his sea legs, but likely lacks the resources to build a true perennial contender. Sacramento State, on the other hand, has a proven history of recent success and the resources to surround Vick with experienced coaches who can help him learn the ropes faster, but also have significantly more to lose.
I like the opportunity that presented itself, especially the Norfolk job. Despite not having the resources, that is where Vick is from. I think from a recruiting standpoint, young players wanted to go play for Vick. Despite him not having the experience, I'm sure he would have, a staff, people around him that would be able to guide him into finding the right ways to go about doing his job, even though he had no experience in it. There was one point, Unc, you and I didn't have experience in dating. So how did I learn? I had to get my feet wet. I had to go out there and date. How do you learn to coach? You go out there and you do just that, and you get better at the craft and studying and adhering to it and finding ways and studying others and understanding, talking, conversations. Listen, you played in the NFL for years. You can make phone calls. You have the resources, coaches, the head coaches you played for that you can confide in, that can help you in that journey if you decide to embark upon just that. I think both opportunities are awesome for Vick. if it's something that he loves to do, in order to coach, you got to have a passion for that. You got to really have a passion and love for that. For one, uprooting your family.
Yeah, for sure.
Vick out there with me in Miami, and having to commute to the West Coast, to be on Fox all the time. Maybe now he can find some love and some consistency in being in one place, instead of having to travel back and forth. And if that love and that passion for coaching is there, I'm all for it. And I love it. I love the opportunity for him because Michael Vick loves some goddamn football. He loves it. And the knowledge that he has to pass on to the younger generation that can still relate to him because he's not that far removed from the game is dope. It's really dope. Really. Yeah, hey, listen, me and you on the same page. It ain't about me having the patience. It's the fact that my body is still willing and able. And if you put me in any environment when it comes time to competing or challenging each other in anything competitive, my dumb ass gonna be in the way. I'm gonna be in the way.
Your mind is able.
Even if my body ain't able, who you think
your mind is able.
Your body ain't able. Out there trying to show them how to do it. My dumb ass. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, you sure about to do it.
All in the way.
Hey, this is what you do.
You can't. This is what I can't coach at any level. I just can't because I'm going to be in the way. Because the problem is I think I can still do it. My mind is telling me what to do. My mind knows what to do. Now, I'm not sure if my body is going to register what my mind is telling me to do, what I used to do back in 05 and 06 and 07. I feel like I can. And as far as I'm concerned, I can still do it and I still look the same. Hell, I think I can still play today.
Amon-Ra St. Brown brought Prada suits for the entire Lions receivers room. Ooh. Ocho, what's the best gift you ever gave or gift you received in the locker room?
Hey, that's a good one right there, Unc. I ain't really never really received no gifts like that, Unc. Especially during our time, during our tenure, we didn't have enough. We didn't win enough, Unc. Where gifts were really needed. We didn't win enough. During my time outside of one season, and I think if we won enough, then gifts would have been passed out for certain positions. I was able to reach this milestone because of y'all, because of this specific group, right. Or me giving Carson something nice because we were able to.
Carson didn't buy the offensive line because normally the offensive lineman
quarterback always, especially that 2005 season. I can't remember what Carson bought, but I'm sure he bought that offensive line something. Because our offense was unbelievable that year. I don't know what the hell was happening that year, but if there was something, I can't remember obviously because it's been too long. But I remember Carson buying something for all the offensive linemen for what they had been doing, that season. That we were on fire offensively.
My 93, I was first team All Pro. I was named starter of the I was a starting tight end for the AFC. And I had a $10,000 if I made the Pro Bowl bonus.
Right.
And I went and bought the offensive lineman. I bought them all Rolexes, stainless steel Rolexes.
Whoa. Wait, hold on now.
Yep.
Wait, how much was the Rolex? The price point of the?
It was like 25. It was stainless steel, like $2,500.
Okay. I was getting ready to say because you got me thinking about Rolexes today, and I'm thinking about damn, that's 60,000 a piece.
Ash over here talking about, and she ain't never had a watch on a day of her life. Not an Apple Watch, not a Mickey Mouse, not a time. Where you watch at? I've known this woman 9 years. I've never seen Ash with a watch on. No, hey, Ash, what time is it? This is what she does. 9:39. Look at her. Look at her phone. Yeah, that's where a lot of people tell time. I don't think because I always have a watch on.
Yeah.
So unless I'm working out.
Yeah.
But I don't really ever look at my phone to get the time. I just looked out at my wrist.
Yeah.
But that's I've never. I'm trying to think. Did I do anything else? Nah, that was it. And I was like, damn, that little $10,000 would have came in handy.
Yeah.
It was gone. The Bengals, Ocho, you guys still have a milk chance, 2%. This is how the Bengals get into the playoffs. The Bengals need to win out. Need the Colts to lose one of their next 3 games. They need the Dolphins to lose one of their next 3 games. The
Broncos got to lose out?
They need the Broncos to lose out.
Can you do me a favor? Can you tell me the Broncos' next 3 games? Now, do they need to lose every game?
Yep.
Yeah, I know what it means, but I just don't like the Broncos are playing so
every
well
game.
offensively and defensively. I don't see them losing out. Now, some of the other
they play y'all. They play y'all. They play Thursday night. They play the Chargers. They play y'all, and then they close off the season with the Chiefs.
That's for one. I'm gonna tell you right now. When the Bengals play the Broncos, we finna beat y'all ass. And when we go on the show that night, I don't want to hear you say foot or ball at all. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you.
Who y'all got? Who they got?
Time, if I'm not mistaken.
I think y'all got the Raiders. Y'all replace. Y'all got the Steelers. Do y'all got the Steelers again?
Close off with.
Y'all got the Steelers, the Broncos.
Oh yeah, Unc, you talk about a 2% chance.
Y'all got Browns, 2%.
There's
Broncos,
a whole milk.
Steelers.
There's a whole milk chance that we go to the playoffs and we squeeze in a little wild card spot. I'm telling you, I believe in my Bengals. I believe in us because of number 9. I believe in us because of Uno and goddamn T. Higgins. Now, our issue, which has always been, especially this goddamn season, is our defense. They happen to be our Achilles heel this year. I'm not sure why. I don't know what's going on. But if we happen to get into the playoffs, I don't know what we're going to do defensively. I know what the hell we're going to do offensively. I know what 1-5 going to give us. I know what Chase Brown going to give us. I know one thing. We got to score 50. We got to score 50. We got to score 50. It makes the other team score 45. That's it.
All I know, we're going to go ahead and see what we're going to put y'all out.
So if y'all beat the Chargers, that means we out completely and no other circumstances?
Done. Kaput. Nah. Y'all, but see, those are the scenarios. Y'all need all of those scenarios.
You know what? I honestly don't. Just a thought of it. Like it could be another episode of me being emotional on camera again, and that's something I don't think I can take.
I can. I like it.
Hey, hell no. Oh, hell.
I like it like that. Ocho, Patrick Mahomes' ankle sprain overshadows the Chiefs' win versus the Browns. Mahomes left the game with an ankle injury with less than 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, which was later determined to be a sprained ankle. Backup Carson Wentz came into the ball game to finish for the Chiefs. Head coach Andy Reid said it's a little sore. It's literally day to day. He probably could have gone back in, but he wanted to go back in, but there was no need for that. Mahomes will have more tests on the ankle on Monday. If I'm not mistaken, Ocho, they play Saturday at home against the Houston Texans, and then follow that up on Wednesday against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ocho, they talk about three-peat. They just got to hope that Mahomes can finish healthy.
Oh, yeah.
If you watch this game, he's running for his life.
Listen, the offensive line play, no disrespect to the players, the offensive line play there has been bad all season, huh? That ain't nothing new. It's been bad all year. It's been abysmal all year. There's nothing that they can do. Mahomes can't complain. I mean, who you gonna complain to? You got to play through it and just hope at some point, you have the right schemes, you have the right game plans and what you can do. But still, it's not working. It's not working. That angle, you know what?
I think they try to stay as balanced as they possibly can.
I think Mahomes should relax on Saturday, relax the Houston game. Who's the backup? Who's the backup again? Carson Wentz. Oh, see, Carson Wentz has enough cachet, and he knows how to win and manage a game. I would let Carson Wentz take over this Saturday against the Texans, and let Mahomes come back on Wednesday. What you think? I mean, that's just how I feel.
It's going to be interesting to see. Buffalo, I think Buffalo has an easy schedule, easier of the schedule, if you say that. They got the Patriots twice, They got the Eagles. Excuse me, the Patriots twice. They got the Jets, and then who else do they have? I know they got the Patriots twice. The Jets. Is that it? The Bills. Patriots twice, Jets. That's it.
Oh,
so they got the Patriots.
That's not fair.
They got the Patriots twice and the Jets.
That's not fair. But you know what's funny? That could be a trap game, boy. Anytime you play a divisional opponent.
What that?
You don't think so? Hey,
Ain't no trapping. Yeah. Have you seen the Patriots play? Have you seen the Patriots play?
Listen, hey,
okay. Ain't no trapping.
Right.
They better hope. Listen, they better hope Buffalo get trapped in Buffalo. That's the only trap.
Games like that, man.
You got to win.
Teams always surprise each other.
They can't get out.
Why the Patriots come out there and do something crazy for 4 quarters and stumble up on a win? It happened all the time. I don't know why it happened like that, but it just happens all the time.
Right.
Especially with a team that's been dominating the way Buffalo is.
And Kansas City, Houston at home, Pittsburgh really on the road, Denver on the road. And Denver's playing really, really well.
Yeah.
Denver had them on the ropes last time. If you don't remember, they ended up blocking the field goal.
Guys been on the Chiefs side all season long, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Because Buffalo beat Chiefs head to head, if they finish with the same record, Buffalo
that ain't really somewhere I would want to play have home field advantage anyway, honestly. Yeah.
For me, this Buffalo looks different. Because even last year, Josh still turned the ball over a lot.
Yeah.
And he put the ball in harm's way a lot. He hasn't done that this year. Now, remains to be seen come playoff time. Pressure ramps up, expectations ramps up, especially if he continues to play like this, Ocho.
Yeah.
I think it's a 2-horse race between he and Lamar Jackson for the MVP. Pittsburgh did a job that kind of hurt Saquon's MVP chances. So I think it's a 2-horse race between Lamar and Josh Allen. Josh is playing extremely well. I think he has 12 rushing touchdowns. He has another 25 passing touchdowns. Lamar is playing out of his mind, though. Lamar had 5 touchdowns today.
I missed that.
So he's probably, 33-3?
He was balling, Unc. I was on the plane.
Yeah, he was 30. He had 5. He had about 290 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. So I think it's out of those two. But Josh just keeps doing it. So, I mean, it's every week. I mean, we saw what he did last week. He's the first guy since 1954 to throw for 3 touchdowns, rush for 3 touchdowns. He backed that up with 2 touchdowns, another 2 touchdown rushing, another 2 touchdown passing. And he's kind of been doing that the entire season. And so it's going to be very, very interesting. I really think it's a 2-horse race. I don't think anybody else is in the conversation currently. That's just me personally. Now, somebody might say, well, what about this guy? What about that guy? I think it's a 2-horse race now. And I don't see anybody knocking Josh Allen off. The Patriots, I don't see it. Now, like you said, they could rise up and play unbelievable, still lose, but suppress some of Josh's numbers. But if he doesn't, I just don't see the Eagles. I just don't see, I keep saying Eagles, the Patriots. I just don't see, without him turning the ball over, I just don't see how they have enough offense to score, Ocho.
You right about that, man. Golly, man. It's something about them games late in the season. I'm telling you, especially when it comes to divisional games, it get tricky. It get real tricky. Even listen, Buffalo is playing really, really well. And I don't know what it is. It happens. I see it. We see it every year late in the season.
Brock Purdy reportedly seeking a contract.
Whoa. He don't
top
need
of
to
the
talk about
quarterback
no
market around
contracts
$50 million a year.
At all. But go ahead.
All I know is I ain't getting him nowhere near no $50 million. I'll give you one of them on 35, $40 million.
What you think he gonna say? What you think he gonna say to that? No.
Okay, you play on. Guess what?
What?
We'll put you on. We'll put you on what you call it for 2 years.
Oh, he gonna bet on himself like Kirk Cousins then.
Yes. Okay, let him bet. You always hear the story of everybody betting and coming up big.
Will they lose?
What about them snake eye stories? There's a reason why those windows don't open in Vegas. You notice that, Ocho? You in the casino? None of them rooms open. Those windows don't open, do they? You ever ask yourself, why these rooms don't open? I want to get some fresh air.
Talk your talk.
You ain't finna take the easy way out.
Hey, you know what? But they might be stuck. They might have no choice but to pay Purdy. Because listen, you don't want to pay him what he's worth or what the market says he should be paid. Where else you going at the quarterback position? You have no one to replace him. You don't have no choice.
I'm not paying him no $50 million.
Listen, they had a choice not to pay Daniel Jones.
Yes, you do got a choice. Right? Okay, what did they pay? What did Tampa play Baker Mayfield?
Nah, 40. Okay.
33.
I see where you're going with that. That's it.
3 years,
so
$100 million.
He should have a Baker Mayfield type contract. Okay. That's feasible. That's feasible. I'm not sure he would even complain about that.
He would. I'm not giving him no $50 million. That ain't happening.
I don't know. That quarterback position is very, 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 very important. And sometimes if you want it bad enough, you will overpay for it.
49ers will not release Devondre Campbell. 49ers are pursuing a max suspension so Campbell doesn't get paid. Since he is a vested player, if they were to release him, he still gets the remainder on his contract. So if they suspend him, they get to withhold that. Now, that's something they're going to have to run by the league for the amount of time that they can suspend him. I'm thinking they're going to say conduct detrimental.
You see how they trying to play with you?
Conduct detrimental.
You see how they trying to?
Yeah, I would too. You think hold on. So you want them to release him and he still get paid.
One thing about it, boy.
I wish I might.
They want to hit you where it hurt. They want to hit you and take what they think you value most, that money. Yeah.
Ocho.
Yeah.
Drake Greenlaw got nicked. He's the backup. So what did he do? Hit us where it hurt. We needed a body. He wouldn't go in the game.
Eye for eye.
Fair is fair. Even swap ain't no swindle. You hit me where it hurt. I hit you where it hurt. We both hurt. Yes. Dang. I don't care if we both blind.
Did he come out and apologize or anything? Did he say anything? Did he talk to the team? Or?
Man, I don't want to hear what he got to say. Because everybody talk about, well, you don't know what that man was going through. So I just want to know, was he going through it before the game or did it happen during the game? Because if he was going through something before the game, take your ass to Kyle Shanahan, go to a Lynch, John Lynch, who's the general manager, say, man, look here, man. I got a lot on my mind tonight. I got, my family, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. He got mad because they activated Drake Greenlaw and he went from a starter to a backup. That's why he got mad. We got to stop, Ocho. We got to stop making excuses. We try to excuse everything that a person does.
Tried to make that
you don't know what he was going through.
Oh, wait, hold on. If you're in the middle of a football game, don't nothing else matter what's going on the outside because in between them lines, that's your outlet. That's your sense of peace. That's your job, what?
Right. So it just happened. So whatever he had going on, Ocho, it just reared its ugly head when he put the pads on and at the third quarter when Drake Greenlaw got hurt. So it didn't happen. It didn't happen before the game. It not on the way to the stadium. He get a call. Hey, something's going on with the fam. Blah blah blah. It didn't happen once he got to the stadium and an hour before the kickoff. It happened. It just so happened he started going through something. The moment they needed him to step in the game for Drake Greenlaw, that's when you don't know, Shannon, what he was going through.
Whatever I'm going through in life, I know once I walk in that stadium and I walk in that locker room, whatever I'm going through in life, it stays on the outside until the game is over.
Once you make that decision, Ocho, once you make that decision that you show up, you got to show out. You can't, Ocho. Now, like I said, if he has this going on before, Ocho, it just so happened. It's funny. Don't you find it funny, Ocho? Whatever he started going through, it happened the moment Dre Greenlaw went down.
I like how you just put that. That was nice.
Now, I wonder, had he been going, if Dre Greenlaw is inactive, I wonder if he's still going through that same thing.
Not at all.
So the 49ers
are
well within their right. And that's the whole thing. Ocho, I ain't got no problem. If you work a regular 9 to 5, you just cannot show up. Well, I was going through something. Call your supervisor. Call your boss. Let somebody know. Man, Ocho hit me up. Hey, Ocho's not gonna be able to make it today. He called me. He said he didn't have your number, but he wanted me to let you know that he had something going on at home. He had a personal issue that he got to deal with. He's sorry he wasn't able to tell you. You just not gonna show up on the damn job. Man, F that job. Bro, there's a common decency. There's a common courtesy that and I'm not saying people don't have things, but you mean to tell me you don't have the common courtesy, the common decency to just call and say, hey, I'm not going to be able to come in today?
That's crazy work, boy. That's crazy work.
Man. I just don't get guys. Ocho, what a game it was in Motor City. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills go on the road and beat a team that had won 11 straight games in Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions, 48-42. The highest scoring game this year. The team combined for 90 points, 1,080 total yards, 12 total touchdowns. Josh Allen was sensational again, 430 total yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 in the air, 2 on the ground. Jared Goff was equally as impressive, but not nearly enough. He had 507 total yards and 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Remember, Ocho, it's funny how the NFL works. You remember that game? He had 5 interceptions and they won. He had 5 touchdowns, no turnovers, and they lose. That's just the way it goes. Buffalo raced out to a 14-0 lead on Josh Allen TD runs, and they never looked back. Buffalo, they're good, Ocho. The only thing that I question is Dan Campbell calling an onside kick with 12 minutes left in the ball game. You're having a hard time stopping them. I'm not giving them a short field.
Right.
The last thing I'm going to do is give them a short field, Ocho. They give them the short, and you had the momentum. Now you give them a short field, and now they go up by another score, and you're fighting an uphill battle. But 48-42. I had some concerns about Detroit and that defense, and it's starting to show its head a little bit, Ocho.
Now look,
Josh Allen's not an easy guy to sack. He's not an easy guy.
You know what he likes?
Getting to him is the easy part. Getting his big ass on the ground is the tough part.
Yeah,
absolutely is. But this was a very if you wanted points, ta-da! Here it was, 48-42. And remember, they lost the game last week, 44-42. So they scored 90 points in the last 2 weeks. Good. Love that.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Ocho, we gave up 86.
From a fan's perspective, they enjoyed this game. If you're a Buffalo fan, if you're a Lions fan, this is a game that you look forward to having. Even if you want to lose it in, maybe not so. But the fact that you know you can put up these kind of points against good teams says now we need to work on the other half. Your goddamn defense. 40 point. Hey, Unc, they put up 90-some point. What, 80 something together?
They gave you talk about Buffalo. Buffalo scored 42 last week. They scored 42 this week. They gave up 44 last week to the Rams. They gave up 42. Now, both times they were on the road. Now, I mean, you're on the road. Let's say, but you're gonna have to play a little better because it doesn't look like unless something happens with Kansas City, it's going to be tough for you to overtake them because there's 2 games clear.
Hey, if for some reason I just had this feeling it's the Bills' year. It's the Bills' year. Josh Allen is playing very, very well. Very well. And if he happens to see the Chiefs again in the playoffs at some point, at any point, I think this is the year that they finally beat them. Josh Allen's playing out of this world. He's playing out of his mind. Again, I early in the season, obviously I had Lamar Jackson as my MVP, but as of the past, maybe three, maybe 4 weeks, Josh Allen put that cape on, man. He was Clark Clinton at the beginning of the season. Now he's Superman. He's playing just like Superman, and what they're doing offensively with no superstars. There are no bona fide superstars over there in Buffalo. You have very good, adequate role players that are doing their job very, very well. Yeah.
They run the football really well. 34 rushes, 197 yards, 14 rushes, 105, 2 touchdowns for James Cook, 11 carries for 66 yards, 2 touchdowns for Josh Allen. And I think that's the thing that when the voters look at it, say, hold on. He lost Stephon Diggs, who's a Pro Bowl player. He lost Gabe Davis, who's a very good receiver. You look at what they lost defense, both of their safety, Tre'Davious White.
Yeah.
And he's doing this. The only difference I see with Josh Allen this year and the previous years, he's not turning it over. That's the biggest difference. He's been this. Y'all, guys, he's been averaging, putting up 350 and 400 yards of total offense.
All over,
but he gets himself into trouble when he turns the ball over. When they're going in to score and he throws an interception in the end zone and it's a touchback. He fumbles in the red zone when they're going to get points. That is the biggest difference in which I see with this team. Plus, those guys aren't in his ear. Now, they scored 48 points. And if I'm looking at this, if my thing shows me correctly, I don't see Cooper with a target. Amari Cooper didn't get a target. And they dropped 48. Now, if somebody else didn't get a target last year, we know what's going to be transpiring. So now he's the unquestioned leader of the entirety of the team. It's peace. Look at the way he's playing, Ocho. He doesn't force. Look, now he did force one. He's rolling out of bounds, Ocho, and he throw back to the middle of the field, and he almost got it picked up. I say, Josh, why?
He gonna beat him a little bit. Every so often he gonna beat him.
Yeah, he is. And so they look. Your defense is gonna if you get the Buffalo Bills, your defense best be on their best behavior, because that's not an anomaly. Now I'm not saying 48, but if you go back and look at it, they've got 8 straight games of at least 30.
Right.
They're probably averaging 30 a game. I think it's them. I think they're nip and tuck right there with Baltimore, but they might have overtaken Baltimore, the highest scoring team in the NFL. Are they 1 or are they 2? Because I know Baltimore, Detroit, and them, they were right there. But I think after these last 2 games, I think Buffalo's overtaking them. But hey, boy, you're gonna have your hands full, because this team offensively, and they got like Ocho. It's just like, you got Shakir doing his thing, that he's so hard to get on. I mean, Josh is just so hard to get on the ground. And then you got to worry about his legs, because now, Ocho, I can't really rush like I want to, because if I run past him, he's gonna jump out the window. If I don't keep, if I let him get outside of the pocket, he can throw on the move, and he still can go get me a first down, even if it's 3rd and 15. So it's so hard to defend him. You just hope that he makes some mistakes, he gets anxious, and he turns the ball over. But if he's calm, like he's been playing like the last 3 to 4 weeks,
you got to be disciplined.
You got
on
your
defense.
hands full.
If anything, especially with knowing that he's a dual threat, you got to tell your D ends, hey, bring your ass upfield and keep contained. And keep contained and level your ass off. Now, if you have to have a spy, because he's the dual threat quarterback, you got to have a spy. Tell your staff, you got to keep your discipline. Keep your discipline. Hey, if he runs, just make sure you bring him down. You got to make the tackle, especially in man-to-man, because everybody back his turn. Everybody back his turn, and you is our last savior.
Yep. And like the end, when you get like, okay, you see where he is. He's back there in the pocket. He's about 7 to 8 yards. Once you get that point, now you got to level off. Don't you run your ass by him trying to. I'm no. Don't do that.
Bye.
Because all he's gonna do is he's gonna step out the window on you.
Yeah.
And like you said, when you got your back turned, now good luck with that. But he's playing extremely well. The guys are making plays for him. Coleman came back today, had a big catch. Kincaid is finally back. He's making catches. Shakira is his safety blanket. James Cook, catching out of the backfield.
Yeah.
They're really good. They're a really good football team. They're playing extremely well right now. Is there a team in the AFC that has the possible weapons that what Detroit had or the Rams have? Because I haven't seen it consistently.
Not those kind of weapons.
We know the Ravens, give or take. Yeah. Lions are first in points scored, second in total offense. Bills are second in points scored, eighth in total offense. They keep playing like this, they're gonna be first in total. They're gonna be first in points scored. Be first in points scored. But they have a team that's really good. Like I said, I didn't agree with Dan Campbell with 12 minutes left in the game. Ocho kicking an onside kick.
That's been Dan.
I don't agree with that.
He's always been who he is.
I don't agree with that.
Listen, he has some big cojones and he wears them. Matter of fact, he walks on the sideline with a wheelbarrow with his nuts in the wheelbarrow. And that's how he coaches. That's how he plays. He goes for it on fourth down. He goes for you. He does onside kicks. And his players believe in him. He believes in his players, and I think that's why he makes some of the calls that he makes. That most players and analysts and pundits like yourself just wouldn't agree with based on the situation.
An NFL executive described Kyle Pitts as one of the biggest disappointments I've ever scouted, he told Bob McGann. He also says Kyle Pitts is just going through the emotions. It seems like he's almost disinterested based off the films. One of the biggest disappointments I've ever scouted, some flashes, but rarely regularly involved in the offense. Seems to go through the motion, almost disinterested. Definitely a bust based on expectations and what they passed up. He broke on the scene. He was I think he was the second tight end in NFL history to go over 1,000 yards receiving in his rookie season. Mike Ditka was the first one.
Yeah.
Based on that,
he was
I thought
great
he was
at Florida.
At Florida. Guy could run, he could move like a receiver. Big tremendous hands. Oh, he had it all. Size, speed, great hands, can catch the ball in traffic, high point the ball, great run after the
injury,
catch.
The knee injury, the ACL. I think that slowed it down a little bit. That's all. That's all, man. Listen, Kyle Pitts is phenomenal. And even now, with a little limp and a little injury, he's still a mismatch nightmare. I just think they don't know how to use him the right way where he is. You can't have someone that played, on the line with his hand in the dirt. He can play in the slot. He can play a receiver. He can do all these different things. And all of a sudden now he gets to Atlanta and, you have him playing a traditional tight end type role when there's so many other ways that you can use him offensively, they're just not using him to the best of his abilities. Now I could be wrong. I just know that injury has affected him a lot.
Now, I will concede this. Desmond Ridder, Tyler Heineke. Hell, I don't know me, Gronk, Kellen Winslow II, or Travis Kelce could put up numbers with those guys. So let's not pretend like he was with, Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow or some of these other elite quarterbacks. He's not. But the one thing that you can do is that, like I said, I hadn't looked at it, but he says it looked like he's going through the motion, It doesn't seem like he's giving max effort. Now, I get it. If you're frustrated, Ocho, you're not getting, because, one game he gave 100 and then, hell, he go 2-3 games, Ocho, he might get like 2 or 3 calling,
the creativity, and allowing team to dictate whether you can get the ball or not. And I hate offenses that are run like that.
It's like I said. Plus, when he was with Arthur Smith, I thought that was the perfect situation. Arthur Smith loves the tight ends, and I think I think like I said, his rookie year, he was sensational, and we haven't seen that since. I might have to get some. I might have to call and get some footage and some tapes.
I think there is some truth to it. But going through the motions, nobody's actually going through the motions because it's actually on film. You're not going through the motions. Maybe whoever this exec may be, Just finding a reason to hate. I hate execs that don't reveal who they are. Mm.
Hey.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't. You see what he got, Shams? When he attached the
so won't nobody talk to him no more?
The agent's name to it? Bro, you can't do that.
Right. Okay.
That's why they tell you off the record. You didn't hear from me.
Right.
Okay. Phrase it however you want to, but just make sure it doesn't come back to me. It ain't that complicated. My sources.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But these sources, it's 2020, 2025. These sources need to stand 10 toes and let it be known. Forget the source. It's coming from me. I'm the horse and I'm the mouth.
Bro, I want to get my check.
Right.
You think? Hold on. Just to appease a player or a fan base, you think I'm gonna give up a $10 million job just to appease y'all? You're out your damn mind. You not gonna do that either. Man, you're crazy.
Yeah, no.
No chance.
Yo, they always come from somewhere. It's always coming from inside the house, huh? It's always coming from inside the house. Every time.
The Lions revoked season tickets of a fan who had a pregame verbal altercation with Matt LaFleur at Ford Fields last week. A TV camera caught the end of the heated exchange between LaFleur and Fahad Yusuf. LaFleur could be yelling at the fan, but said his actions were provoked. I've never been a part of something like that, LaFleur said. He was talking junk to our players, giving them the throat slash sign. You're trying to de-escalate it, and then gets in my face, and I thought it was pretty unsportsmanlike. Yusuf said he was devastated by the move after being contacted via email. The biggest punch in the gut, man. Just waking up and seeing that email and not being able to talk to somebody in person, it was a terrible feeling. I don't have a chance to give my side of the story.
You can't do that, man. You can't do that. You just can't do that. You can't. Listen, the NFL is not going to go for it. The team's not going to go for it because you're a representation of them. So if you as a fan of said team is chatting and talking trash to the opposing team's head coach, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? You have to remain a fan. You have to remain in your position as a fan. What?
I'm surprised.
Well, it's no different. It's no different than playing in the NBA. You got fans heckling players on the sideline just because you're sitting courtside. You better enjoy the game. There's no need to disrespect the opposing team's head coach.
Now,
for what?
You know what? It'd been interesting to hear what was said. Now, Ocho, I don't think the throat slashing gesture is enough. Like I said, I don't know.
Right.
Did he say the magic word? Did he say the N word?
Right.
Did he say some of the other stuff? Did he call somebody a monkey? Did he? I mean, what were some of the words, Ocho? And then, like I said, I don't know. Now, you're talking to somebody that's been in a similar situation. Everybody knows my story. It's well documented. I had into a verbal altercation with some of the Grizzlies players. Now, if the Lakers said, Shannon, you can't come back, I'm dead ass wrong. Hey, the money that I paid for the tickets, I got to eat that. Because my thing, Ocho, you know how I am. I control Shannon's actions. I don't get to control the consequences that came from Shannon's action. And I get what he's saying. He's like, man, I ain't even get a chance to talk to nobody. I ain't get a chance to explain my side of the story. I get I was wrong, but hey.
Right.
Maybe I'm a little bit more sympathetic and understanding because sometimes, Ocho, man, you look, I ain't gonna lie. Hell, I forgot I was at the game.
And you was hot. You were hot?
Ocho, bro, it was like, I'm thinking I'm on the corner. I'm at the barbershop.
Yeah.
And I'm going back and forth. Oh, you like this guy? I like this guy. It's like, we having a conversation about Kobe LeBron or Kobe Jordan or Jordan Bron Kobe. That's how it was. I honestly don't remember anything until the security got me back and into the hallway, and they asked, "Hey, you okay?" And I'm like, why y'all keep asking me, am I okay? What happened?
Right.
It's like, you okay? And I'm looking at my man. He looking at me like, I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And then it didn't really dawn on me. But at that point in time, I was like, oh, damn, Lord have mercy. I said, I know my sister gonna see this, my brother gonna see this, the kids gonna see this. I said, I know Fox gonna see this.
Yeah.
Hell, everybody gonna see this.
There were no consequences behind that, right?
Nah. There's a consequence to my image. Other than that, no, I didn't suffer any monetary damage. But like I said, if the Lakers had told me that I was not allowed to come back anymore,
they wouldn't do that to you. They wouldn't do that to you. I mean, listen, it's that happens. Emotions rise. Obviously, when it comes to players, when it comes to fans, obviously with you being a public figure and your passion for the game of basketball, and the Lakers as well, they wouldn't do that. Now, the situation with the fan and talking to a head coach like that is completely different. Completely different.
Yeah, and the thing was, Ocho, like the officials, because Zach, I forget the official name, and I had seen I had seen him at a game before, but like I said, I was just was just good old trash talking, hey, this and that, and then it just escalated to hold on now, hold on. Hey, don't y'all let the big sweater fool you now.
Yeah.
Nah. I ain't want to get out of
listen,
hand like that. But hey, look, I'm older. But the problem that I'm most disappointed in, Ocho, my job as the adult in that situation.
Hey, hold on. Whoa. Hold on now. Hold on now. Sometimes as an adult, you got to raise the temperature, because if somebody slap you, in the Bible they said turn the other cheek. Are you gonna turn the other cheek? Oh, see, there we go. There
ain't nobody
we go.
slapping nobody.
Yeah.
But all the words, but in a situation like that, the words, I could have just like, you know what, bro? Hey, just sit down, enjoy the game, blah, blah, blah. But the thing was, when people tried to spin it, to my old man, he about to fight, he about to crash out by LeBron. LeBron ain't had nothing to do with this. LeBron ain't had anything to do with this. Me and Brooks were having a very healthy conversation. We going back and forth.
I like that.
We going back and forth. He said what he said. I'm saying what he said. And then they got to look. It went to us. I thought it went to a spot that it didn't need to go. And then John came in. I'm like, oh, bro.
Yeah, but that's his teammate. That's his teammate. So.
Yes. And then his dad, and Lord, now see, that's what really got me. Of all the things, Ocho, I was focused on them. And if you notice immediately, Ocho, I hear somebody say, he won't do nothing, but I will. Man, please. Wow. Devondre Campbell told the team, he's a linebacker, Ocho. Now, he was placed, remember Drake Greenlaw was the starting linebacker beside in the Super Bowl. He just got activated. So I guess what that meant is that Devondre Campbell, either he didn't start or his playing time was cut. This is what was said. Devondre Campbell told the team he didn't want to play anymore, and he left the game in the third quarter of tonight's game, per Kyle Shanahan. Tre'Davious Ward spoke about Campbell leaving the team middle of the game.
Yeah.
He's probably going to get cut.
Can I ask you something? Can I tell you something? Do you understand his frustration, though?
Yes.
Do you understand no? I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. Listen, you as a teammate, as a player on the team, you got to understand your role. You got to understand why you're in the role in the position you're in. Because he got hurt. But then I'm thinking about it also, being able to empathize with him. Well, damn, I've been putting in all this work all this time. I've been playing all this time, and all of a sudden he comes back and I got to take a back seat. Well, obviously you want to start from the get-go. So hello. Yeah. You got to remember that. But I think I'm seeing him from his perspective. Well, damn, I've been putting all this work, meetings, practice, playing, doing everything I can. And all of a sudden he comes back from injury, and now I'm on the what? You got to listen. You got to understand your role, young bull. You got to understand your role. Come on, man.
Bro, and that's. Bro, first of all, had he not got hurt, you wouldn't have been there. You got to realize you got released from the Packers. So they threw you a lifeline. He was coming back. Okay.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna play my role, whatever they need. Hey, I only signed a 1-year deal anyway.
Right.
Hey, my season about to be over in the next 4 or 5 weeks. Hey.
And he had the nerve to walk off the field?
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
Hold on. For one, you got to be that boy to pull some like that off. I'm saying, now you know what I mean? You got to be Fred Warner or somebody like that. Well, okay, we know you're upset, come on back, we'll work things out. Well, if you're in a 1-year deal, you acting like that? Exactly.
But no great player would ever do something like that.
Also, no great player would be in that position where they would have to do something like that. So you have to understand.
Correct. You do. I think there's a situation. Davis, the DB. Remember the DB quit at halftime in Buffalo?
Hey, I heard the story. Vontae had the half like, man, I can't do this no more, man. I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vontae, rest in peace, man.
It's yes. But I've not, man, these guys do. I've never been a part of something like this in my 14-year career. I can honestly say I've never seen someone that refused to go into the game.
Somebody else just did that not too long ago. Deontay Johnson, he refused to go to the game in the third quarter. Yeah, and now we have what's his last name?
Got suspended. Oh, AB did it
in Tampa. Yeah,
you remember AB did it at the Jets and took his pants off it. Derrick Henry dropped the dreads for braids. Twitter said he was like Omar on The Wire. Fans have said he lost all his aura.
We're gonna see if he lost his aura come Sunday. We are gonna see. I was just gonna say,
y'all see the man Samson?
We gonna find out. I highly doubt it because I don't think him running the ball and being as good as he is has anything to do with them dreads. It might be a good thing. He might be lighter.
Yeah. You ain't got to worry about nobody tackling. Cause you know guys tackle you because it used to be that was a penalty if you tackle somebody. Now
if it's hanging
NFL says
out,
a part of the uniform.
You got them helmet. It's part of the uniform. You can pull it.
Yeah. I know that's painful. You running one way and somebody pull your. Ooh, Lord.
Hey.
Hey. You jump on. Hey, Ocho, you jump on want to fight. What you want to do, bro? I grab your jersey. I was trying to grab your jersey. But I don't know how them guys. I mean, some of that stuff, Ocho, they hair cover these names.
Most of the time,
that thing down I think back.
It's a larger percentage of players with dreads that's covering their name that play on the defensive side of the ball. Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Remember
that? I remember that. He on the interception. He got an interception, picked up a fumble or something. They pulled his hair. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Red Hood said, Ocho, you and Vick got to retire from Madden. Just because y'all are bastards don't make y'all good.
Time out, young boy. Listen, for one, I'm the best player in Madden in the world. The problem is the fact that I haven't been able to play Madden the way I used to because I got 11,000 goddamn jobs, so I haven't been able to be on Madden as much as I like to, which is why you saw me lose tonight. The sketch. That's it.
Well, get your ass off there.
I haven't had the time. I haven't had the adequate time to put the time in like I used to. I used to win the Madden Bowls. That's how great I was. But the fact that the past 5-6 years, like I've been stacking job after job, and I ain't really had time to focus on gaming the way I used to.
Okay, well, stay off it. Because you've been stacking L after L.
Right.
Just like you stacking jobs, you
that's
stacking
what happens.
L's now.
And because of my job, that is also it has also ruined my romantic interests as well. You see? I've had a thing. I prayed on stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
I prayed on opportunities like this, and just everything seemed to be falling by the wayside because God has given me what I prayed for.
We play a lot of 2 tight ends, and I'm always I'm Y in 21 personnel, 2 backs, 1 tight end, 2 receivers. I'm always Y. Anytime we go to 12 personnel, I'm always a Tiger tight end. So, no matter who, if House came in and 12 personnel, I'm going to Tiger. If Chalk Eye Chamberlain came in, I'm going to the Tiger. I'm going to the fly tight end, which is what we call Tiger. So I remember looking at the side. I'm standing in the huddle and I see I see Chalk-Eye Chamberlain coming into the ball game. So I go, I'm staying in my spot. I'm staying in my spot. I'm moving over. I'm going to the Tiger position in the huddle. He's like, nah, he's like 84, you the Y.
Who told him to do that?
I'm like, huh? They did. They sent the play in. So they call two-jet Y stick looking,
right,
which is the tight end.
Break it in.
Has a two-way go. You know, hey, you can break it out. I mean, the Tiger, he can come across the guy's face, or he can break out. In other words, the Y, which is what I'm playing now, he window dressing.
Hold on, is this on the?
I was hot.
Yeah, I bet this. I bet this is on the back end of your career though. See, you see how they play you?
It is. It is. No, this is my what year was this? This was this was 1999. 1999. I'll never forget it, Ocho. They
right. I know you were hot. Well, I know you were hot.
I played the game. Now I'm seething. I told Cool, who was the offensive coordinator at the time, because he and I got a great relationship. I said, Cool, do they ever pinch hit for Barry Bonds?
Come on now.
Do they ever pinch hit for Ken Griffey Jr.? I said, if y'all ever send somebody else in to do that bull job.
And listen, you already know what they're doing. Well. I tell people all this time. People in the chat, listen to this real quick. Think about all the great receivers. Think about all the great receivers, even from my era, right? It's one thing that they always do. They always say at some point a player is losing a step or they're getting slow, but you never ever see the part where the opportunities decrease to make it look like it's something wrong with you, or they work you out the offense.
Right.
They always find a way to work you out the offense and put you in positions that they never used to before. It don't never really be nothing really wrong with you, but they find a way to work you out, and it's always small things like what you just said. If you talk to Julio Jones, you talk to the AJ Greens, you talk to the Andre Johnsons, the Randy Mosses, even the Jerry Rices. At some point, it always comes to a time, if there's nothing wrong with you, they find ways to decrease your opportunities to make it seem as if it's something wrong with you to justify, well, you know what? Man, you're just not putting up the numbers you used to. You know, we think you might need to take a pay cut. And it's so funny how that works.
Yeah. And so now a guy that a guy that they thought was losing, I go to Baltimore, I lead the team in receiving,
that's the way it is.
Get to a Super Bowl. And then come back and I finished second. I finished second behind Rod both year and catches and yards. Had 8 touchdowns my final year. That's
the dirty part of the business that people really don't understand or see. They never see that part. They just hear the media, oh, he's lost a step. Oh, there's something wrong with him. Oh, he's not the same player he used to be. Well, hell, of course, if I'm not getting the same opportunities I used to get when I was putting up with the goddamn numbers, of course something wrong with me.
But I would have never not gone into the game. Because I had built up too much credibility with my teammates. And they expect me to be the voice of reason. Even there have been times that I've got on guys and I know things weren't going their way. I can see it. Hell, everybody can see. But I say, for me, I've always felt I needed to have a level of professionalism. Now, pro, P-R-O, and professional are two different things. A professional is your job occupation. A pro is how you handle situations. So I wanted to be a professional and a pro because I always wanted to handle things the right way. There's a time and a place. I had the conversation with Cool. Hey, bro, me and you go way. I said, Cool, me and you go way back, bro. You was my quarterback for 2 years. You helped me become the player that I became. You was the buffer that when me and Mike wasn't seeing eye to eye with button head, you was the guys like, hey, boss, we got to get the ball to 84. Come on now.
Yeah, give me that grace. You got to give me that grace. But you understand, but you know what you got to understand, though?
Absolutely.
Kubiak, even in that situation, you know his hands is tied now. You know that's coming from a higher power.
I do.
That's the way that works. That's the way that business works.
Like I said, look, me and Mike used to butt heads. And the thing is that Mike thought money would motivate
Come on
me.
now.
But when he realized it wasn't money that I was playing for. My situation, and this is why I can empathize with Tom, because the thing that I wanted from Mike was what Tom wanted from Bill.
For what I've been able to do for you for a very long time. Yes.
That's it. Money wasn't it. Money wasn't it. Ocho, I never got, Ocho, I ain't get no $1 million signing bonus.
Right.
And I was cool with that because I know what I was capable of doing. And I used to tell him, I said, Mike, you can't find a tight end. There's not a tight end that's currently playing that can do what I do. I don't care if he's an all-pro. First of all, he's not going to be an all-pro as long as I'm in the league.
I know you're going to gotta grab a pen and paper because I know you're about to give me some good. So I'm getting ready.
I'm just saying, Ocho, I say, well, I'm just trying to figure out how you figure there's going to be a tight end. First of all, the Pro Bowl in the AFC goes through me. Now, they might be some guys, because you already know at the start of the year, from 93 to 90, from 92 to 99, when it came to the Pro Bowl, man, I sure hope I can get that backup spot. Who? What?
Yeah.
It wasn't but two going to the AFC.
Yeah.
And me and Ben had it on lock.
Right.
Now, if you was nice to me and called me, I would pull out and let you go. I would pull out of the Pro Bowl because, somebody go to my, oh, what you pulling out of?
Right.
But I would do that.
Yes, sir.
Because it's going to look good on your resume. You got a contract coming up.
Yeah.
Hey, Pro Bowl look good.
Right.
You try to get, whatever the case may be,